Hi guys, welcome to another interesting episode on my channel. In this video, I'll be sharing 10 ways you can save money as an international student in the UK. Now, I'm not talking about investment or investing in stocks, ETFs. No, that's not. At least you need to survive first before you now start thinking about investment, okay? So if you have enough money, like some people do have money anyways, but if you are rich enough, you can there's this lady on YouTube, Chidera Peters on YouTube. So she talks about investment, stocks, all of those things. You can just bob Abby branch at her page or her channel and watch all of those. But basically, this is just me telling you how to save money or how I save money, how all of us can save money because we are in this boat together. Okay. So if you are already here, you probably know some of these tips. And if you're planning to come, these like are a few expo here and there just so that you are prepared. Okay. Like I said, this is just about saving money. Maybe if you're saving to pay your fees, probably saving for your post study, any savings goal you have at all. Okay. So these tips would help you achieve that. Let me seize the opportunity to say Happy New Year. This is officially my first video on this channel. You guys, yesterday my sir called me. I'm filming this video on the 5th of January and I'll upload it tomorrow, which is the 6th. Yesterday my sir called me and she's like, I don't understand what's happening. Like, it's been a while you posted a video. I was like, it's true. I realized that the last video on my channel was like on the 31st of December. So like for 4 days, in fact, for 5 days, because this video will go up tomorrow, 6. For 5 whole days, I've not posted a video, but I've posted shorts, I've not posted a proper video. So guys, once again, Happy New Year and thank you all. Thank you for riding with me last year. I know you guys are going to ride with me again this year. Okay. So yeah, let's get started. So after listening to this, I implore the older guys, the people that have been here before, to also share some of their saving tips with us because we are learning together. Especially me, I'm learning together. These videos for SAPA people. Anyways, you know what I mean? Like the rich students can just skip. Like if you are rich, just skip. It's not for you. Trust me. If you, some of the tips I'll be sharing here, you go the vex. You're like, what's this? Okay. But my fellow SAPA students, oh yeah, come closer, drag your chair, and let's get started this minute. The number one tip to saving money is living in a shared apartment. You guys see, trust me, nobody loves to share their toilet with anybody. Nobody loves to share their kitchen. Like, I can understand sharing kitchen, but sharing toilets, it's a thing anyways. But yeah, if you're going to save some of the small money, by the way, you are working as an international student, you're limited to working 20 hours. You don't have money. Like the money you have is barely paying your rent, maybe transport, and then a few other things. So why do you want to live in a one room apartment or in a studio apartment? Like I said, if you can afford a one bedroom or a studio, cool. This video is not for you. But basically, if you're just still trying to make ends meet, just live in a shared apartment. Like I said, nobody loves to share their toilet or kitchen. But what do they say? Now condition make crayfish do what? If you know what I mean. Secondly, Lidl and Aldi should be your friend. No, I should say Aldi and Lidl. Aldi should be the first choice and Lidl the second choice. Now, Aldi is the cheapest grocery store in the UK. So you see Sainsbury, you see Tesco, Waitrose, M&S is even. You see, the prices in those stores are outrageous. I won't even lie. Even okay, the only time you can get like discounts is when you have their club card, their different kinds of discount cards. But truth is, if you want to save money, shop at Aldi. Then if Aldi is not close to you, good enough. Aldi is like they have a lot of branches. So regardless of the part of the UK you are, you would find at least one Aldi that is one bus away or two buses away at most. Okay. So shop at Aldi. You could be looking at the differences. For instance, Aldi may be selling something for £1, another store could be selling like 1.8. So you say it's just 80 pence. But by the time you say 80 pence, multiply by the number of times you've gone for shopping or multiply by the number of goods or items you bought, you know that you are losing a lot of money. So as a student, Aldi should be your friend. At most, Lidl. Lidl have they have good prices too. So shop at Aldi, shop at leave Sainsbury for the rich guys. Leave Tesco for the rich girls. Leave Asda. Leave Asda for the billionaires. Oh, okay. So yeah, shop at those stores and you save good money. The third thing is to shop at charity stores. When we hear charity stores, the first thing that comes to mind is second-hand clothes, second-hand shoes. They are fairly used. They are not looking good. Truth is, the last two shoes I got from charity stores were new. Stores were new. They still had their labels on. And the particular shoe where I used to do I used for my warehouse job, I got that for like £5.5, and the actual price of that shoe is £74. or more, you get. So I checked the price, and mind you, those shoes come with labels. So most people buy those shoes, and for some reason they don't just want to wear it again, so they bring it to charity stores. So before you go to River Island, before you go to Primark, before you go to most of these stores to get clothes, try and just check at the charity store. I'm not saying you should buy all your clothes from charity stores, but there are sometimes that you want to say, oh, let me look for this particular shoe, let me look for this particular jeans, let me look for this. But you just come to the charity store and you'll be amazed at the low prices. At best, in fact, sometimes most of them have labels. There's another jean I got to, it also has label. Most of them were not worn at all. So don't see charity stores as mostly thrift stores. Some people buy luxury items, I mean real luxury items, and they can't wear it for any reason. They just donate it. Maybe they bought it for their loved ones, and these loved ones passed away, so they can't use it because they feel really emotionally attached. So they bring it to charity stores. So charity stores will help you save a ton of money. Okay, so if you're somebody who likes to buy clothes regularly, buy shoes regularly, make sure to check at the charity store before you eventually, check out there. If you don't see at the charity store, thank me later for that. My number 4 tip would be to buy your tickets, your bus tickets, monthly or weekly. So daily tickets would finish your money. Daily tickets would, unless you don't go out every day, or unless you go out, you have a schedule, maybe 3 times in a week, 2 times in a week, or you walk to work and then you just need transport for 1 or 2 runs. But if you commute daily, Monday to Friday, you commute daily, and even on weekends, try and get a monthly ticket. I wouldn't even say weekly, because if you check it, for instance, in Leeds, a weekly ticket is £20.8, okay, but the daily ticket is for the whole day is like £6. So multiply £6 by 5 days, or multiply £6 by 6 days if you go out on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, or multiply £6 by 7 days. You see that this is way more than £20, and then the monthly ticket is like £74.40. Yeah. So if you multiply 20.8, that's weekly, by the number of weeks. So some weeks have some months have 4 weeks, some 5 weeks, some 4 weeks, and some days. You know that you are saving a ton of money by buying monthly tickets. So if you can afford it, and when you come, you know that your schedule requires you to go out every day, try and get a monthly ticket. And especially as a student, you don't pay the normal price, you pay a student price. So you are still going to, benefit £74 for the whole month, unlimited. Yeah, it's it's a steal. It's a steal. Next tip, which is number 5 or 6 thereabout, is to avoid Uber. See, I'm not like, try as much as possible to, most times people use Uber because they are late, or because if you know that you're going to miss your bus, or you have a tendency to miss your bus, try to leave your house early. Avoid Uber by all means. I'm not even joking, because you do one trip for £7, you do another one £6, £8, like you do like 10 of it in a month, or 6, 7 in a month. If you multiply that, or you add it up in a month, you notice that this money it would be something you would have saved if you use the bus. Okay, so try as much as possible to know your bus times, avoid lateness, because it's mostly lateness that makes anybody want to rush and use Uber. Okay, so avoid Uber. This is not bad marketing. This is not bad mouthing Uber, but basically, if you're looking to save money, this small money here and there would help you. Okay, so avoid Uber and jump in the bus, or you trek. Another tip is to visit food banks. So now this is really optional, because truth is, food is cheap in the UK. Yes, food is really, really cheap. So, but unless African foods, of course, but you see regular food, tomato, oil, all the pepper, all those things are very cheap. But then there are food banks. A lot of people don't know that there are food banks in the UK. So most of the churches, like for instance, in Catholic Church, there's St. Vincent de Paul, they have food banks. I don't know. I think most Pentecostal churches also have an arrangement like that. You have organizations too who have food banks. You have for instance, in Leeds, there's a West Yorkshire Nigerian community. So that Nigerian community, they organize food banks like I think twice in a month or so, where they share different kinds of foodstuffs, bread, oil, rice, anything. A lot of them, fruits, they share those. But a lot of people don't know that there are food banks. These food banks actually exist. That you can walk into those food banks, take as much food as you want, and all of that. But like I said, the reason a lot of people don't emphasize that much is because food is cheap. With £10, you can cook a normal meal and go your way. You get, even if with less than £10, if you have the basic oil, you have the basic, you just buy chicken, buy 1 or 2 things, and you've made a proper meal. So that's why. But just in case you do not know, or it's so hard for you, you don't have money, inquire, do a Google search for a food bank close to you, go there and get as much food as you want. So food is not something anybody, there there are a million and one problems in the UK, but food is not one of them because there's just so much food to eat. Trust me. Okay. So, but just in case, food banks there for you. Okay. The 7th point I have is try not to eat out. if you're looking to save money, maybe you're paying fees, you try to cook at home. I know it's hard because you are working, you are schooling, you have a lot to do, but you see that eat out, the £8 McDonald's, the £7, this one, £5 here, £5 here, daily. Ah, daily. If you multiply it, you know that this is, in fact, if you add all of those things in a month, if you're somebody that is into stock investment, maybe you invest in bamboo, all of that. If you add all of those excessive snacks or whatever you eat out, you notice that you would have used that money to save in a store, buy a stock, or buy, all of those things they invest in. You get, so cut that out, and you'll be glad you did. You think it's small money, but try to be conscious by calculating how much you spend on snacks or whatever in a month. You notice that in a month you could be spending up to £50 or more. Some people spend more than that just casually, not like they are seriously doing it every day. Casually, and £50 is gone. Now when I get money, oh. The number 8 point I have is for you to get a real card. Now, see, if you're a student and you live outside where you school, or you work outside the city, like for instance, I live in Leeds, maybe I work in another city which is quite a distance from where I stay, and I go to work like daily, 4 times a week, 5 times a week, you need to get a real card. Okay, so go to your student advice office. Yeah, I think student advice. Tell them you need to get a real card. They'll give you a document, you fill it, and then you go to the rail station, apply it, and then you get your real card. Now, what the rail card does is that it gives you discounts on rail travels. I don't have a rail card because basically all the things I do is within Leeds. Like I work in Leeds, I school in Leeds, everything, my whole life circles around Leeds. And even when I need to travel, I don't even travel as often. I've not even left Leeds. I've not had to use a train anyways, but you see, if you need to use a train, always try to get a rail card because it gives you discounts. So a particular train might cost like £25, but with your rail card, you could spend like £15 or £12 or £14 you get. So all of those small pounds extra can save from that too. My number 9 on point is to avoid black tax. I've said this thing over and over and over and over again, and I will not stop saying it. So when you move to the UK newly, a lot of your friends, maybe family members, oh, she's in the UK, oh, he's in the UK, everybody's all excited, and then suddenly they start having financial troubles because in their mind, oh, pounds is higher than the naira. Oh, so if I ask him for 10k, now 10k is less than £5, so £5 is nothing. And then for you, you might feel that okay, now let me just spare them that 10k after it's just £5. Well, you're sparing £5. Another person asks you for 20k some other day, is another £10. Another person asks you for just like that. You are just giving out money to people who probably are even living a better life, or probably don't even have urgent need for that money, but they just know that you're in the UK, and so you just have to do something. So the only reason you would actually want to send money to anybody is that it is very important, or maybe your parents, or it is really very important and that you even have it. So even when it is important and you really don't have it, don't go out of your way, to be honest. Don't go out of your way. Especially if you have to pay school fees, you have things to do. Black tax, avoid it with all your mind, all your heart. Do it only when it is necessary. Don't feel bad, don't feel guilty, because like I always say, those people may be living better lives than you. You are here struggling, suffering, working how many hours, breaking your back to work, and somebody sits somewhere and says, oh, help me with 20k, help me with it. They'll sort themselves out if you don't send them that money. Trust me, they'll be very fine. They'll be fine. And then the last point I have, which is it emanates from, I did not really want to talk about this, but somebody asked a question in my last video about credit cards. So another thing for me, my last point, anybody can disagree with me, by the way, but this is just my opinion. Avoid credit card as a student when you're just coming. So now the reason anybody wants to get a credit card is so that you can buy something and pay small. The question is, what is it you want to buy? Because especially for some people, let me not say everybody, for some people who are coming as international students, they're most likely working to pay their fees. Unless your parents have, if you have cleared everything, good luck to you. But somebody who is working 20 hours and is kind of still trying to pay their school fees, why do you need a credit card? Yes. Now I'm not trying to, because somebody asked that question, I'm not trying to discourage him or trying to talk down on the fact that this person asked that question. But the truth is, come here with the Nigerian mentality. Credit card system is very sweet. Like it is tempting. I mean, you want a laptop, you are buying it. You want a new phone, you are buying. The time I walked into Apple store and realized when I wanted to get my phone and realized that several times I've tried to apply to credit card, I do not qualify. They say, oh, you don't have a credit score, you don't qualify. I was really feeling sad. It was later I'm like, thank God, I don't need to feel sad. Let me feel really happy. Come here with the Nigerian mentality of paying things upfront. You want something, save up, buy it at once and come on body. Like I said, credit card thing is sweet until it has sipped deep into your blood that you cannot just want to buy something. save up and buy something. You want to use a credit card, and just like that, you are indebted. You the old school, you the owe here, they owe here. For me, it doesn't make sense. As a student, since you are not working full time and you just basically survive on 20 hours, it's best to avoid credit card. You could actually do that probably after after schooling and you work full time then. But credit card, like I said, this is just my opinion. This is me saying, this is me thinking out loud. But if you think I'm messianing, if you think I'm just saying, maybe I'm just overreacting, I'm speaking like a typical Nigerian, because of course credit card in Nigeria. Nah. If you think I'm messianic, actually call my attention to it or let me know, because that's really what I feel. Initially, when I was angry that, oh, this would not want to give me a credit card, how would I get this phone? I had to just wait patiently and save up gradually. Now I'm using my phone with peace of mind. Nobody's coming to my account to remove any amount like at the end of the month. What if at the end of the month I did not have that amount to like I'll just be on the edge every single time you get. So try as much as you can, okay? So these are my tips, some of the tips I have for you. So like I said, the old guys, you guys can help us. If you know any other tip, suggest. With me, I'm looking to save more money as much as possible, because we are always having saving goals. Yes, as an international student, it's from one saving goal to the other. There's no peace, there's no rest. Okay, so yeah, this is what I said I should share with you guys. And of course, once again, happy new year. I'm on the road to reaching 6,000 subscribers. Hopefully, a few days after I post this video, I'll hit 6,000 subscribers. Or even maybe before because at the time of filming this video, I have 5,986 subscribers. Probably before I publish this video, I'll be at 6,000 subscribers. Fingers crossed. But by the way, my target is to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of this year. It's no longer next. By the end of next year, you can help me achieve that by liking this video, by subscribing, by leaving a comment. And of course, if the Lord lays it in your heart, you can share this video to someone, okay? So yes, thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for engaging. Thank you so much for supporting. And I'll see you in the next one. So that's